everyone, welcome back. Today I'm bringing you a new segment I'm calling Women's Hockey Reviews. So for this very first segment, we're going to be talking about CCM and Bauer women's shoulder pads. Let's take a look. Alright, so I got with me Bauer Supreme 150 women's shoulder pads and CCM WS1 women's shoulder pads. Now these are definitely not the latest and greatest on the market, but I do have opinions about them. Let's get started. So we'll start off with the shoulder pads that I do not like, which are these Bauer shoulder pads. Now these are actually the second pair of shoulder pads that I owned, and the reason why I got them was because I was looking for something that adds a little bit more padding to the abdominal area, and that's one of the things I didn't really get with this one. It came with an extra flap at the bottom, which I'll show you on my CCM shoulder pads here in a second. But overall, I just wasn't really impressed with these. And this is for a few reasons. One of the biggest things that made me really not like these pads are how big these caps are, these shoulder caps, and also this part of the shoulder pad too, the bicep guard. They're just so big, and there's like no, I can move them myself, but they just stay flat and they're so large. It's very uncomfortable for me, and it really got in the way of mobility. I couldn't really move my arms more than this way, and you can't really do that when you're trying to stick handle. So that was a major thing that I really didn't like. Second thing I didn't like about these shoulder pads were the fact that they had two separate chest protectors, right here and right here, and again, that kind of made for limited mobility for me personally anyway. I'm not the smallest person in the world, and so this really bulked out and kind of blocked those shoulder caps like I was telling you guys. But one nice thing about these shoulder pads is that you can adjust how wide or how narrow you want the shoulder pads to go. So let me do that for you. Alright, I've kind of gotten closer to you guys. Hopefully you can see this. So there's these Velcro straps here in the middle, and you can take these out, right? And then the sternum pad comes off. Take this off, and then you can adjust how wide you go. I thought this was going to fix my problem, that I could make them narrower and then it wouldn't be an issue with me getting my arms around like I needed to. But I put them as narrow as they can go, and really that didn't help much, so I was kind of disappointed in that aspect. I thought it was a really good idea, but for me it just fell through, and that's about all I can say on that. It didn't fix my problem at all. Another thing you'll notice is that they look pretty shallow, and they are pretty shallow. They come right under my bra line, which is pretty short. I mean, it leaves your stomach and abdomen open for pucks and hits and whatever you want. So obviously that's not what you want in a shoulder pad, so that's also what was disappointing for me here as well. So yeah, overall these pads were just too big, too clunky for what I was using for. Like I said, they're not the latest and greatest on the market. I know Bauer and CCM just came out with a new women's shoulder pads and pants, I believe. I haven't tried those. I can't justify spending over $100 for new shoulder pads, so I probably won't be getting them anytime soon. But if you're looking for a cheaper option, unless you really want the clunky pads, I really don't recommend these Bauer Supremes. Alright, now let's take a look at what I currently use, what I started with, and what I just continue to like even after testing the Bauer pads. So these are the CCM WS1 shoulder pads. I really like these for a lot of reasons. Biggest one, mobility. I mean, there's no restriction. The shoulder cap is super small. The bicep guard is connected to it, and it's a lot smaller than the Bauers. Now these are the same size as the Bauers, and I'm sure you can tell there's a very drastic difference in size. This one has a larger abdominal and chest protector than the Bauer does. Now, this white part actually came from the Bauer chest protector. I added it to this one for even more protection. I didn't really need it, but I really liked, wanted some extra protection down there, so I added this to it. These shoulder bicep guards are really stiff, which is actually okay, because like I said, these are a lot smaller, so they really stick to your biceps, and wherever you move, they go with you. And because the shoulder cap is attached to that bicep guard and not attached up here, there's really a lot of room for mobility, which I really enjoy, and actually didn't realize I had in these pads until I tried out the Bauers and realized what I was missing out. I think these also offer great spinal protection. This part right here is all the spinal protection. It's a pretty wide area, and it's very sturdy. And then it also has the kidney protectors there too. Yeah, just overall really great shoulder pad. I would definitely recommend the CCM WS1s if you can find them out there. Again, CCM and Bauer just came out with women's shoulder pads and pants. So don't know how readily available these are, but I've only been skating for a year, so I'd imagine you can still get them, and at a pretty decent price too. Like I said, I just can't justify paying over $100 for a pair of shoulder pads when these that cost, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 bucks really do the trick. I mean, I'm sure all of you that have played for a long time remember when you first started out, or those of you like me who are really just starting out, you fall a lot, and I haven't really gotten hurt on the ice yet, thankfully. I gotta knock on wood somewhere, because I don't want to have that happen again, but I really attribute that to the equipment I use, and these shoulder pads are definitely something that I would recommend. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I'm really excited about it. I've got a few ideas on other things I can review for you. I thought, since it is women's hockey reviews, that I would start with something women's specific, but not everything's going to be women's specific, so keep on the lookout for more reviews and more new products to come out too. So if you liked the video, let me know, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and especially keep that notification bell on, because I've got a giveaway coming soon in the next couple weeks, so you want to keep your eye out for that. All right, see you later.